'Tis the season to be jolly, fa la la, 'cause it's hockey season. What's going on, fellow humans and resellers? It is I, James, adoptionagency.com, urban-bigger.com, 24 years selling full-time on eBay. And we are Friday, right? I think so. We are Friday. Friday. All right, notes. What do we got here? Notes. So obviously we're going to go over what happened yesterday. And I had a little thing happen at 4 a.m. this morning, which kind of falls into everything I always talk about. Kind of fits right in. It's like a perfect little fit. We're in a tunnel. And yeah, we'll talk about that too. Let's go over the numbers first. And then I'm going to get into my notes. All right. Yesterday. Let me get behind you, put my arm around you. How's that feel? You're a creep, dude. All right. Listed 146 items yesterday. Kind of slacked again. Yesterday, I hit a wall, man. I hit a wall hard. I'm just like, and then Jan was home. That's probably why. Jan was home, so she had, come here, do this, try this, look at this. So I couldn't just get focused. So that was part of it. And then later, I just hit a wall, man. I'm like, man, I don't even feel like working right now. So I didn't push myself to. So 146 items listed, bringing the total for the week to 1,178 items listed so far. So in order to make my goal, I would have to list 322 items today, which is doable, especially if I can just knock out hats and media. I can knock that out. But hopefully I can get focused and get going today. I better be able to. So yesterday sold on the media store. We got 53 items, so a little bit down from the day before. Clothing store, 20 items sold. Again, a little bit down from the day before, with a total of 73 items sold yesterday. Money made on the media store yesterday, $401. 401 items sold for the week. I know. It's like, what are you doing, James? All right. Money made, media store, $491, about $100 less than the previous day. And the same with the clothing store, $346, so about $80 less than the previous day. Bringing the total to $837 yesterday. Bringing the week total to $4,980. And the day was going really crappy. I was getting, sorry, we were experiencing technical difficulties when trying to accept orders and when trying to send orders to, offers to watchers and when trying to accept offers. So that kept happening yesterday. So clearly the offers are still a complete mess. As I say that every day because that's just the truth of the matter. I wish it was something that would get fixed. Like I said, I think it has something to do with them trying to implement all that into the message system. And it's got to be, and it's been that way all year. All of 2025, it's been an issue. And I could see that project being something that, I mean, obviously it's not something they could do quickly because I would have it and then it would be gone. Then I'd have it and it would be gone. So it's been something that's been in and out of work on my old account. I have not seen it on my new account. So again, going server by server or however that's done, I don't know, but it's not a complete easy rollout, it feels like. Yesterday, it was pretty bleak. What was my post? $300, 14 hours into my day. And I'm like, what's going on? And then again, so 2 days in a row, my sales came between 8 p.m. and 11 p.m. And that was, the 11 p.m. was, let's look, right. more like 10 p.m. last night, 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Had a huge surge in the 8 o'clock hour, or a little surge in the 8 o'clock hour, huge surge in the 9 o'clock hour. And then at 10 o'clock, everything shut off. And then I had one, let's see, I got up at 4 a.m. I was up at 3:30. I was feeling a little nauseous. So I got up, drank some water, and I knew I had to get Pee Wee his medicines at 4, so I just stayed up. So I came in here, turned on the computer, and my media account, the old account, the 24-year-old account, I tried to get on, and it said, where's that note at? Oh, that's it. I just need to put on the glasses. It said, Upstream Connect error, connection terminated. So I got that white screen with the little print at the top on my old account. There was no offers or anything. I went to the new account, the clothing store. There was 5 or 6 offers I was able to accept, and I was able to get on. So here it is, Thursday night. We know they do major updates on Thursday nights. Here is both accounts acting totally separate. The account with 67,000 items, I have no offers at 3:30 to 4 a.m. On the clothing store, the new account, the 1-year-old account, I can get on. I had 5 to 6 offers, the 20,000 piece store, and took the offers. So here's 2 accounts like I talk about. This is just kind of more proof on, I feel everything I'm saying right now just has backed up everything I talk about. How they act differently, how one can be totally down while the other one's okay. But the fact that I couldn't even get on into my eBay account at 3:30 Central Time, that would be 1:30 California time on a Thursday, because we know that's a maintenance upload day. For me, it just kind of solidified everything I talk about, just more proof to the pudding, if you will. And yeah. So then I ended up getting a sale, it looks like at 4:21 a.m. Then one at 5:51, 6, 6:58, 8. So it turned back on, probably call it close to 6 a.m. So from 10 to 6 a.m. I had like 2 sales. So, and one of them was an item I put up, and that was at 10:30, and then the next one at 4:20, and then 5:51, and then 6, and then 6:58, and so on, so on, and so forth. So again, the huge shutdown. I couldn't even get on the old store. Got on to the new store just fine. This morning we are going on noon time right now, and everything stopped at 9:44. So we're 2 hours and I've had nothing come through. Same thing happened yesterday. I had, I don't remember, 3-4 hour period this early in the day yesterday. Whatever, I think I posted that on the comment too, of nothing coming through this early in the day, which is not normal. Usually it happens it was only happening between the 5 and 7 o'clock hour, where now it's happening during the day, where before I was getting most of the sales during the day. Now I'm getting most of the sales from 8 to 10 or 11 p.m. at night. So again, I don't know if that's a buildup of queue all day, because they want to make sure that new thing they implemented with the cancel of the sales, they want to make sure that they're not going to run, I guess, a credit card until they know the person's not going to cancel an order, because there's so many cancellations. The cancellations jumped up drastically when they started putting ads on sellers' item pages, on the checkout process for other people. So you were constantly getting found better price, found better price. I was getting them. I would get 5, 7 of them a day. Cancellations, found a better price, found a better price. I think I've gotten one cancellation for found better price in the last 2 weeks. I only remember one in recent memory. So however far back my memory is going. Sorry, these glares are just killing me. That's all I remember. So that's probably part of that, not running the credit card to make sure that the person really wants the item and they're not going to cancel. Now, it's kind of sad that, in my opinion, it's kind of sad that eBay would create such a layered process that has turned into so many cancellations. Because why would you have to do that? You wouldn't implement something like that if you didn't see a major increase in cancellations. You wouldn't have to do something like that. It would have been the same as before, more than likely, unless this was just one person's harebrained idea to save money. Then it makes sense. But I know personally, when they started doing that, my cancellations jumped up like tenfold. So if it happened to me with just my accounts, I can only imagine what it did across the eBay spectrum as a whole. So if it 10 times mine, it probably 10 times the whole eBay site. I don't know. And that's a lot of money. You're putting in processing fees and then have to give returns or refunds or whatever. So, one would think if you have a 10 times cancellation thing that maybe you're doing something a little bit wrong, especially when you're doing it as a race to the bottom. They're canceling because they found it cheaper. Well, that means less sales. Sales dollars go down for eBay and for the seller being canceled. And it also means less fees for eBay. I mean, why wouldn't eBay want to sell my item at $5.99 with shipping as opposed to somebody, a bigger seller who's doing $3.99 free shipping? They're going to get more fees if mine sells. Why are you going to advertise a $3.99 free shipping on my $5.99 checkout and make that person cancel when you would have got more fees if they would have just checked out and they would have been fine and happy with it? It makes no sense to me. But I don't work at eBay, so that's why I'm here and I'm not there, I guess. But yeah, so I've been stuck here for the last couple of hours at 96 on my media store and 126. Oh, we just jumped up now. 138, 139 on my clothing store. Oh, I did just take that order, this hat. That's what jumped it up. Before I turned on the camera, I did take an offer on this store. So we were right about 200, a little over 200 at 10. And we're still a little bit more over 200 at noon. So we'll see how the day plays out. I mean, yesterday I didn't expect to do $837. So we'll see. We shall see. Another thing that's kind of got me scratching my head is the whole eBay automatic feedback. So on the clothing store, I've got 321 automated feedbacks, and my percentage is calculated looking like it's more proper. And they recalculated it, and it's starting to go up, right? My percentage. Whereas my media store, the old account, did not recalculate the same time as the other one did. But yet I came in here yesterday and see that it's recalculated, but it only gave me like 200 more positives. in the calculation. Before it was calculating my positive at 3,800, I believe it was, and now it's doing it at 4,000. Yet in the 12-month that it's supposed to do it, I got 6,200 positives. So for some reason, where on the clothing store, the calculation matches the feedback close, within hundreds, where here it's within thousands of a difference. So I'm not sure why it's calculating different on this account. And so my percentage hasn't moved. Well, it's probably moved in points, but not in like double points. How would you say that? It's 99.6, so it's probably moved in like 99.6, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever. You know what I'm saying. And here I've got 711 automated feedback. And here's something that don't make sense to me. And I'll end the video on this harebrained thing that I've heard several people on YouTube say, and it just makes no sense to me. So if you could help me understand this, I would greatly appreciate it, because it makes no damn sense to me. The automatic positive feedback is going to allow bad buyers to sell more. It's going to allow bad sellers to sell more. It's going to allow bad sellers to I'm not understanding this. How is it going to enable bad sellers? When people are saying this, I'm listening and I'm like, huh? So you're saying if Muhammad Ali, he's a crappy boxer if it wasn't for those damn wins? You know what I'm saying? I mean, it doesn't make sense. If you are a bad seller, you're going to be more exposed before this than after this, because the percentage of people who leave negative is a lot higher. People who are disappointed who leave negatives, that percentage is a lot higher than people who are fine with their order and leave positives. So how is it that if a bad seller gets automatic feedback, it's enabling them? They've got positive feedback. No feedback is positive feedback. If the person was unhappy with the order, I just got a sale on the media store, yay. They would say something more than likely. The percentage is a lot higher that they would say something. Make it make sense. Please. I don't get it. You know, I know you're a bad seller. And if it wasn't for all those positive transactions you did, you would be exposed. Huh? Huh? You know, that's the one beauty about social media these days. I'm 54 years old, right? I've gone through this life. Not the smartest person in the world. Usually not even the smartest person in the room. Definitely not the smartest person in this household. Probably the dogs are probably more intelligent than I am in this household, okay? But I swear, social media makes me feel like one of the smartest people on this planet. Because there's so many dumbass people out there talking circles that make no damn sense. My dogs would be bald-ass dogs if it wasn't for all that fur on them. They're going to be exposed soon. I know it. Anyway, all right, I'm done. I just wanted to end there. I was just getting a kick out of it, so I'd make some jokes. I had to make some jokes. Bad jokes, of course, but hey, that's me. The bad joke king. But yeah, it would be nice to get this account calculated properly. That would be awesome. Because then what would I be pushing? Let's see how the calculation works here. Where's the other phone? So it is positive plus I don't even know if I can know how to do this. I did it once before. So let me do what they're saying and see. Plus 16. What are you supposed to? The difference shown in the 4 plus 16. Use these numbers. Here's how to calculate. What does the slash mean? I don't even know how I'm calculating this. Maybe I can just do it easier by letting online do it for me. All right, so 99.6. So let's jump that number up to my actual number, which is 6241. So instead of 99.6, if it done properly, I would be at 99.74. So I would gone up 1 so far. And I still got room because I'm only at 1,000 feedback for 1 month when I used to sit at 300. So I got that 700 automatic feedback. So that goes into, I don't have that other page. I do anywhere from 1,500 to 2,000 items a month. So I should be sitting probably with those negatives. Some of those negatives should be coming off soon. I would have to look it up, wouldn't I? Yeah, probably so. To see what date it is. But yeah. All right, enough. I guess 0.1% ain't that much for now anyway. It'll be better when we get up to date fully. So after a full month. All right, that's all for me. I'm done. It's a weekend, it's Friday. I like to try to do things differently on the weekends to see if I could, improve any processes or anything. So I might play around with, I don't know, some processes with listing to try to make sure I get that 1,500 today. But also what I'll probably do is, like, if you know I got the other channels, the Urban Picker is the what's in the bag and stuff for my storage locker. I don't have a pulling video scheduled for tonight. It's for tomorrow. So what I might do is do a what's in the box from storage and put it up on this channel at 7 p.m. So there's something here, and then kind of try to cross promote the other channels. So maybe start trying to do that this weekend. I know I was going to try to start doing it last weekend, but I didn't, because I know the other channels are backed up pretty far with videos. Like my Urban Picker, what's in the bag, I haven't even got them all scheduled yet, or even filled out and completed. And I've got 10 of them over here that I still got to work with. But it's scheduled out through October 26th. And then my Pimp Master of Stuff channel is scheduled out through the 15th. Nope, 16th, 17th, because I got 3 over here I haven't done yet. So I've got videos for these channels, 3 to 4 weeks into the month. So, and I've been doing a lot of the what's in the bag videos, so I'll put some up on this channel this weekend to help promote the Urban Picker channel. So I'll do that. All right. I think I covered everything I want to. So I had those extra little sales. So now we're at 125, and it's it 130? 139. All right. Cool. Oh, and so the changes I talked about, I was going to end. I know. Sorry. I keep thinking of things. So I made those changes. If you watched my previous video, I went from 15% off. I jumped it back up to 25% off. I raised all my I raised my shipping on my low dollar stuff 25 cents. I don't know if I said this or not. I raised my international $1. So I raised all my international $1. And then what I started doing with the hats, I raised those $1 when I started listing them. But then I went and started reducing older ones. And then what I started yesterday when I was putting up the CDs, instead of putting them up at $5.99, my low point, I put them up at $6.25. So that would make up for it if somebody comes in and includes those, and with the buy two get two and stuff, it would kind of basically offset it, and it'd only be off like by 5 cents difference per item as opposed to 30 cents before. But we'll see. We'll see if I continue that. I'm not sure. I think the biggest part is the perceived value, and that's what I'm nowhere near perceived value, because you have to put items in the cart to see that my items would be cheaper than if you went with those bigger companies with the free shipping. I just have to have it set up this way so I don't lose my ass on one item, because I have a lot of one-piece item sales. And that's where I lose my ass. So it's about making sure I secure the one-piece items while trying to entice people to buy more than one. So, but anyway, in order for that to work, before I started putting the CDs up at $6.25, and like I said, I'm not sure if I'm going to keep doing that or not. I might do it this weekend just to see. I did have one sell so far from what I put up yesterday. But my note wall, oh, you can't see it. It's all bright lights over there. For that to work, I need to increase my sales to make up for, there's another sale. To make that work, to make up for the 30 cents per item loss, plus any extra time to pull, plus any extra shipping supplies, if my numbers go up like they have the last 2 days. Prior I was 56, 54, 59 items. Last 2 days, 81, 73. So shipping supplies will go up. So to make that work, I need to be up $2,000 compared to last month by the end of the month. That will make me even Steven with last month. So ideally it needs to be more than that, but we'll see. So far so good in the first 2 days. So we'll see how the rest turns out. All right, now I'm done. Yes, you are. All right, thanks everybody. I will see you all in the next video. Later.